What's up, guys? Steve here with Scotch and Things. Couple updates, rambles, rants, and just kind of life lessons, I guess. Real quick, I'm heading to Iowa. Had to bail early from work today. I was planning on leaving anyway today, but we were gonna get the bin up, and then something happened and had to bail. So maybe some of you guys know if you've watched long enough. My dad has cancer. He's had it for a lot of, maybe 5 years now. Bone cancer. Before that, he had some vascular issues in his leg. So his quality of life hasn't been great the last part of his life. He retired. I think there's two types of people. You retire and you're active, or you retire and you sit at home all day, and he was kind of one of those guys. He sat at home all day. But that's his choice. He's retired. He did buy a Corvette, I don't know, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and they'd go out on drives. But his health has really failed, and it's kind of frustrating. I know my brother's pretty frustrated. He's there living with it. He's that generation. I think the only time, like when he went to the vascular surgeon, when they found all that stuff out like 8 years ago, that was the second time he'd been to a doctor. First time was when he was born. Had a pretty, I would say, probably rough upbringing, although they had fun, but they didn't have a lot of money. So it's always made me kind of strive, you always want to do. And then when we were growing up, my dad busted his ass, and we weren't, we were maybe middle class, lower middle class, upper middle class, different times in our lives. But we never wanted any, he worked so we could have stuff. And that sounds weird, but there was always food on the table, always that stuff. We always had clothes. And a large part of who I am today is because of my dad. Probably like many of you. A lot of what he did with me as a kid has rubbed off on me and my family. For instance, even in, like, say, Christmas time, even in college. When we were in college, there wasn't a present under that tree until Christmas morning. And I'm the same way with my kids now. There's not a present under that tree until Christmas morning, because Santa Claus brought them. And it was just something magical, I remember growing up, because he had, my mom told me one time, like, there were Christmases, like one year he got a pillow. That was what he got, is a pillow. So Christmas was always big with him. So that's something I do with my family, and it's just, I think I probably got my love of music from him. I remember, listening to records down in the basement when we were little. And, we'd go on drives out in the country, and he'd show me different stuff, and we'd have an 8-track player back then, but we'd go and pick out a new 8-track for the day and listen to that while we drove around. So I'm sure a lot of my enjoyment for music and stuff like that comes from him. Hey, a Bandit Trans Am, pretty cool. And other stuff, he taught me how to shoot. Just stuff like that. My first pocket knife I got from him. It was his. It was an old timer, and it was duller than a butter knife, and that's why he let me have it. And I remember with one of my friends down the street, we were trying to sharpen it on the concrete outside. Just a vivid memory from my childhood. So it's hard watching someone, your parent, get old and fail. So he's in hospice. I had a fall last night. Like I said, I was going over anyway, but I bailed early on work, and I'm heading over there now. So just really hard. So kind of sucks. It's gonna be weird without him. Let's see, other than that, knife updates. Let's go on to some fun stuff, guys. Demco 8020 all tie, absolutely love it. Dropped it on the concrete the first day at work, dinged it up. Talk more about that in the upcoming video. So she's a worker now, guys. Let's see. I got a couple more knives coming in because I'm an idiot. I sold, oh, okay. This happened kind of quick. Last night, I was talking with Dave, and his Satu is going back to him and the 187. So I love that 187. I told you my buddy kept trying to buy it off me, and it was Dave's knife, and I'm always like that. If I got a knife from you and you ever want it back, it's your knife. So I'm sure that's going to be one of those knives we kind of pass back and forth until I kind of find one of my own. Phenomenal knife, but I'm glad he's getting his Satu back that he made the scale for, and his 187, because I know he really liked that 187. So what else? What did I sell? That Scorpion 6, very nice knife, kind of small, but you know, I like a small knife, but if I'm gonna carry a small knife, I'll carry an SNG or my small Sabenza. It was expensive, $1,000, brand new. You saw me, I think, I cut open a package with it, and that's all it's done. Hasn't been in pocket. If any of you guys want it, man, I'll hook you up on a smoking deal. The Microtech Scarab 2 Shadow, epic knife, guys. But I don't know, man, like, I like it, but it's just, and I've carried it, I've cut open 2 packages with it. It's in pristine condition. When you guys wanted, I thought I had it traded, and then the dude pulled a real kind of douchebag move, and I was done with it. So we were talking all day long about trades. He had hit me up for the trade, so he's the one that initiated it. And I was busy yesterday. I said I'd get it shipped out today, and had it all packaged up, sent him pictures of the packaging, tape. I mean, you know, guys, if you've gotten a knife from me, I'd tape, bubble wrap it, tape it to the inside of the box, completely tape up the outside of the box. Sent him pictures, said sending it in the morning, and then he hits me up. Got a video? One, partly my mistake. I didn't send him a video of the action. I just said, no, sorry, man, I don't. It's all packed up. The action on it is awesome. I like it because it's a thicker switch, so it's more comfortable than like an Ultratech. And then he hits me back up with, I'm out, too many scammers, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what? Dude, you're in the same group. Look, I am in every freaking group, guys. Look at my name. Didn't ask for vouchers, nothing like that. Like I said, I should have probably sent a video, but he never asked for one. He had pictures, he just didn't have a video. So on video, I cut the knife open, untape it, blah, 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 open it up, send it to him, switch. And he's like, all right, I'm still in. I'm like, you know, maybe childish on my part. I'm just kind of maybe letting some steam, but maybe it was for the best. You know, it just was like, all done. I'll sell it. Fuck, you know. I'm not gonna deal with this crap. So let's see, other than that, non-knife guys handing their knives. I've talked about this in the past with my Ultratech. Sorry guys, I have no idea why that cut off. All right, Ultratech, let a guy at work borrow it to cut some foam, seal it for a door, and he cut it against metal. I was like, and now I don't care, my work knives are constantly coming in contact with metal. It's a work knife. But handing non-knife guys your knives, like my brother-in-law's interested in knives. He wants to get a knife, and every time I see him, he wants to see what's in my pocket. On vacation last year, I had my SOCOM Elite Auto. I showed him how to hold it. I said, careful, it's snappy. Boom, flies out of his hand, gets all dinged up. No big deal, it's a user. My daughter's birthday party last week. I've got that badass Strider, that white Strider, my Stormtrooper. Found out that's an epoxy coating. It's supposed to bond. Anyway, the guy said, you know, everybody in the group was like, be kind of careful because it can can chip. Well, what he pulls the knife halfway out, like opens the blade halfway, and then just goes like that and slams it. Chipped the fucking epoxy off on there. Whatever, I use it anyway, but still, it's just like, I'm like, why did you do that? I showed him how to open it, and he's just not very comfortable, and I show him how stuff works, and so that was kind of, I was like, oh my God. I mean, he slammed it so hard. This knife is, the action on it is perfect. There's no lock. He induced lock stick. I mean, he slammed it open so hard. I was just like, ugh. So there's that. That's about it, guys. I'll put this video together, and I'll talk to you later. Have a good one. Yeah, I'm out. Bye.